so much, Ruth, for all of your work. You are truly galvanizing this community, and you've been an inspiration to me and so many others. Thank you. I am not an activist either. I've remained anonymous in the background, increasingly concerned and uncomfortable. I am a diagnostician by trade. I am a physician. I also work in the healthcare field with Ruth, and I've diagnosed this as an emergency. When we have an emergency, we need to act like it's an emergency. We need our leaders to act like it's an emergency. Suggestions have been made that we should galvanize our efforts like we did in the war, because it's going to take that much work and sacrifice to fix this. It starts by acknowledging that we are just the latest among many people who've caused this, and we can fix it. I'm uncomfortable doing this. I'm doing this for my children. My son came home because he's been learning about this, and he was so hopeless and felt so defeated by the futility of what he could offer to add a solution that he expressed some very, very saddening thoughts. And I just could not stand by and listen to this without feeling the need to assist in any way that I could. I'm here to stand with our children for the next generation and for 7 future generations to promote a healthier world, because this planet has a fever. Think about how you feel if you have a fever. This is not acceptable, and we need to change. I am here first and foremost as a mother, trying to represent Mother Earth so that we can have a future for tomorrow for our future generations who deserve it. My children have likewise been inspired by the Fridays for Future movement started by Greta Thunberg, and we are going to keep going with this. And I will support them in any way I can. We are lucky today to have a group of young musicians organized by Louisa Kratka. She has put together an ensemble, and we'll be performing this work called Planetary Band's Warming World. This is a composition by a fellow named Daniel Crawford from the University of Minnesota. With his geography professor, he charted temperature changes in the Northern Hemisphere since 1880 until 2014. Each instrument represents a specific region of the Northern Hemisphere, and I will introduce them to you now. You will hear a pitch which corresponds to the lowest and the highest temperature recorded in each zone. We have, first of all, the violin, first violin, which tracks the Arctic zone. You might not be able to hear that, and that might be appropriate. We also have the second violin, which represents help me out.
Just the high latitudes.
The high latitudes. We also have the viola, which represents also mid-latitudes. And we have the cello, representing the equatorial zones. I want to thank Louisa, Elliot, Callie, Katie, Jeffrey, Kalina, and Chi for joining me. I realize this is an intimate ensemble. You may not be able to hear or see what's going on, but I will be scrolling through a calendar that represents the years from 1880 to 2014. And if you're like me, this will get uncomfortable towards the end. Thank you.